Well, good morning, guys. Welcome to the District of Columbia, or Washington, D.C. Why am I here? Well, you already know the answer. Doug Sewell with Sewell Motor Coach found another RV for me to take a look at. All right, got my ride. Good morning, thank you. I'm gonna go see if a 2017 Entegra Aspire is gonna make our way across to Maryland. However, I do suspect that Doug has a habit of finding really nice coaches, so I suspect I will be just picking it up and driving it back to Doug Sewell and Sewell Motor Coach in Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Well, that's a little bit ominous, but we made it. And it might be a little bit overcast and a little bit of a misty rain going through, but it's much better than the summer heat back home. All right, well, started up. That's a good sign. It's a beautiful looking coach. Tire installers just don't like to put the tire codes outside so you can read them, huh? Airing up, huh? That's unfortunate. I try not to use wipers anyways. Alright, there we go. 4123.
Oh, and all the registers are pulled off.
Uh-huh.
Because I cleaned the duct system.
Uh-huh.
They're in the, well, not all of them. There's about 5 still up.
Right.
And they're in the drawer right below the sink.
Okay.
Let me turn some lights on for you too. It'll build up some more thing.
No, I'm not doing a full inspection on it or anything.
Okay.
I'm just making sure that I'm not missing anything completely obvious. Like the slides, like the slide's not working.
Oh, no.
Like we're missing a slide out topper. And a second one. And a third one. And we're 4 for 4. But they at least all go out. Alright. Total 25,000 miles. Is that about right?
Yeah, I sent her a picture of that.
Yeah. That's a beautiful Aspire.
Yeah.
Last of its kind, because Jaco and Thor and Tiffin have all rearranged the entire lineup. Well, we're not doing a full inspection here, but this is a pretty nice floor plan. I didn't know it was a bunkhouse. And it's a bath and a half, but on this one, the full bath isn't in the back. Let me see. So you got a half bath back here, king size bed, mid coach bathroom. That's interesting. I've never seen this floor plan. It's really cool. All right. What floor plan did you say this was?
44R.
44R. I'm the only one that doesn't know floor plans, apparently. I like it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and check the lights here. Left turn. You hit the brake. All right, looking good. All the lights actually work. It's kind of interesting back there. It has 2 cameras on the backup view. 2 rear view cameras.
Yeah. It goes on both screens.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Now, obviously, I would have loved to get on the roof and inspect the roof for any damage. Luckily, it was raining, so I was able to check the ceiling inside for any water leaks, because I didn't bring a ladder with me on the plane. Okay, guys. Deal is done. Previous owner is happy and driving away. Actually, he's not too happy. A little bit upset that he's losing his bunkhouse RV. I'm kind of excited to be able to show you guys this. All I have to do is safely get this back to Doug Sewell with Sewell Motor Coach. I will say this will need a bath. It is definitely quite dirty. know, now that the sun's out a little bit, kind of appreciate the color scheme. I never noticed that. It's almost a gray silver right there in the middle. Interesting. Kind of like it. All right, so much for the brief interlude. Let's get back on the road. Guys, we made it safely, incident-free, back to Sewell Motor Coach here in Harrodsburg, Kentucky. This 2017 Entegra Aspire performed fantastic. No complaints on the running gear, the brakes, the handling, the steering. Looks like we have a couple lights out now. Might have to call it a night and do the inspection once we get it cleaned up. All right, guys, we made it safely into one of Doug's shops over here, and I can continue on with the inspection that I started in Maryland. And they are still doing a detailing work on the inside of it, so we'll just do a pretty cursory look at it all. We won't go too heavily in depth for it. We'll save that for Doug Sewell and his crew to do. They do pretty good videos. I'd recommend you go watch them too. All right, guys, inspection's all done, and I am 60% sure that Doug would prefer 100% I not show it to you dirty like this. But I'm going to do it anyways because I think it's fair to see, and if you look past a little bit of the dirt, you'll see a very beautiful RV. I think the good news for Doug is that in general, dirt doesn't show up on camera very well. So one of the big issues has been the weather. It's just been raining so much that they've been having to go back and forth between getting stuff in and out of the shop. So we won't do but a cursory glance on the outside. The outside TV is working great, and I do like to point out this does have the LED lights underneath the slide outs on this side. I didn't know that that would come with an Aspire, but we do have the telltale sea lights that are something of a hallmark or a trademark for Entegra motor coaches on the back and on the front. And while the slide out toppers were missing their fabric, the window awnings were in perfect condition. Now, when it comes to the chassis, I did do a fairly extensive test drive from Maryland all the way to Kentucky here. And I really have no complaints about the way it handled, it drove, it had lots of power, dash AC was nice and cold. And of course, we've already taken a look at the tires at this point. In fact, I don't know if you can see that puddle of water right there that's coming from the dash AC because it's quite humid here in Kentucky. So let me go ahead and risk it all and take you guys back inside to take a look at this 2017 Aspire, and it is a bunkhouse. I don't see Aspires very often, and I don't know, maybe I just expected it to be a little bit lower quality, but I was impressed with it compared to a Cornerstone or an Anthem. Now, even though it's dirty, the driver's seat and the passenger seat, the fabric is in really good condition. The stitching's really great. You can say the same thing about the sofa back here. And over on this side, this is a reclining sofas. These kind of pop out with a little bit of aggression right there. And speaking to the previous owner when we were picking it up, he just seemed like he was really rushed for time between unloading this one and getting into another RV. They had just taken it out racing, I think like a couple days before I got there. Now over here in the galley countertop, I'm really a big fan how they do this backlighting on that Corian countertop. This does have asymmetrical under countertop mounted stainless steel sinks on it, and this of course is all solid surface Corian. And they have the indirect lighting there on the floor down below, indirect lighting on this ledge right here. Same Corian material that you're going to find on the backsplash with stone, and it looks like glass tile on the backsplash too. Samsung convection oven microwave, 2-burner induction stove top. Directly across from here in the second slide out, we do have a very large sofa. Behind it is actually going to be where the televator is going to be located. It comes up pretty fast, so it's nice. And then I'd also like how it just fits in the cabinetry above. You can see it does have a sound bar for it too. And across from there, that's why you have the reclining sofa right there. Now, what you may not notice is that there is no dinette table. And that's because it slides in underneath the sofa right there. It's hidden right behind it in the cabinet. And that's also a unique part of this floor plan you don't see very often. So again, just behind that's going to be the Samsung residential refrigerator, freezer drawer on the bottom, water and ice on the refrigerator section above, and pantry space over here. What I do like about this, again, I didn't expect this on an Aspire for all the cabinetry to be real wood. I expected maybe there to be a lot more engineered lumber for whatever reason, but all the cabinet faces are real lumber too, and that really surprised me quite a bit. And then across from there, we do still have a secondary pantry right next to the galley countertop. Now down here in the hallway, we already did see that this is a bunkhouse, and this is a pretty tricked out bunkhouse. These doors are solid wood, and I think they do a really reasonable job of getting out of the way so you have good access to the bunk beds. What I did like, again, I'm a big fan of indirect lighting, so you have this indirect light right there, so you don't have to have this harsh light looking at you. And each bunk has its own control for their indirect lighting. So on this one, it cascades down, and on that one, it's an uplight. Each bunkhouse also has its own television, which articulates, and a little storage cubby right here. Same with this lower one right here. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is if we look right above, there's a handle. We can unlatch this, and these are some heavy duty latches right in there. That'll latch into place, and now you can see we have a closet rod right here. So even if you didn't want to use this as a bunkhouse, you can now use it as either a really big walk-in pantry or a really large closet. So I was really impressed by this bunkhouse. It was well engineered, well thought out. I was happy to share this part with you guys too. But I also want to point out this bathroom right here. Now this is a bath and a half, and unlike a lot of RVs floor plans, the full bath is in the front mid-coach bath. Normally it's just a half bath with the water closet as a toilet, but in this one they have the shower, which is a seamless fiberglass shower. It's a good residential size with its own bench seat built into it. And it's just off the bunkhouse. That means if anybody needs to take a shower, they don't have to go through the bedroom and disturb everybody back there. So I do kind of like that feature about this too, which is why I wanted to share it with you guys. And then hopefully you guys saw the indirect toe kick light right there, the edge lit Corian countertop, and this is a seamlessly integrated Corian sink. And it does have a mirrored medicine cabinet above and a window that doesn't interfere with you utilizing the facilities in here like a lot of RV manufacturers give you. Now you do have a privacy door back here to the bedroom. This is where we're going to find the other two, well, it's not really the other two slide outs because this is its own slide out, and this is like almost a half wall slide out. That's what really surprised me when I was doing the inspection there in Maryland or putting it away. It goes from here, and the bunkhouse is part of it too. So that's a really big slide out for an Entegra coach. And these are all electric slide outs. You can see back here, you have the edge lit countertop, dresser drawer space down here. A hallmark of Entegra again is that hidey place hole behind the bedroom TV. And across from there, this is a king size bed. There is storage underneath, and flanking either side of the bed, they have their own little nightstands with USB and 110 built into it. And again, just this by itself would be a great night light to walk around without blinding yourself. And I didn't point it out, but down below on the floor, full length front to back on the RV is going to be oversized porcelain tile. It's not completely highly polished. It just does have a sheen to it. Now back here where we go to the half bathroom, there is going to be a step up right here. Now this is on a Spartan chassis. You can see the engine access underneath that cover. We have the second master rating toilet back here just off the main bedroom. Whirlpool stacked washer and dryer. And we turn around, we're gonna see another vanity. Indirect toe kicks right down there, that edge lit countertop. And they changed it up with that mosaic stone and glass tile back there. And above that's gonna be 2 mirrored medicine cabinets. And then just back here, we're gonna have the closet. It does go almost 3/4 of the way across. But even though you have 2 full-length dressing mirrors right there, hidden behind this door will probably be the more common one to be using. So that was pretty fun to take you guys through this really quickly. I'm almost more excited to see Doug Sewell and his crew put together a video showing this when it's all cleaned up and ready to be displayed properly. And I'll be keeping my eyes peeled to his channel so I can see what it looks like if I don't make it back here in time. Quite the unique floor plan on this 2017 Entegra Aspire. Bath and a half, bunkhouse. It's kind of fun. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I don't know what it's going to sell for. I'm sure Doug doesn't even know yet. You'll have to watch his video to find out. But I'm excited for you guys to see it. Bye. Doug Sewell with Sewell Motor Coach. Ah, there you are. But I was quite impressed with it because I was really impressed with it compared to his Cornerstone